bring it to Mirage. Let's go.
Oh, man. You can see right there, though. You can see the young gun there, Hexed, was shaking off a bit of the nerves before this competition starts. Starting off on that T side, though, is EG here. Look at this. Pressure up towards the top of mid. And QZ getting inquisitive. Looking for some opening space here, but kind of on an island. He has a catwalk player close by in DGT. They're getting pressured in. The buddy system taking place here for EG at the moment.
Automatic has been able to make his way towards bottom of connector. Player above him on towards catwalk. That's DGT. He'll slip away in towards ladder room. Won't have any impact on the play. That's going out towards jungle as NQC falls first. Now it's all on to David inside of CT, and CeRq spots out DGT. Great shot, though. Flicking back up. David trying to have some impact on the play. Automatic protecting the planter. David getting around the smoke. Not able to convert his kill, but it's Buddha who finds a double kill. David surviving somehow for so darn long. And now it's Nealon and Hex. Now just Hex. The one Glock with armor, but not anymore. Max is going to dole out the headshot. It'll be 9Z finally picking up one of these pistols.
That's a beautiful little multi-kill offered up from Buddha as well. A thorn in their side as they tried to play off the post plants, but could not get their way around. Could not hold down the bomb site right there. And Buddha was one of the more quieter members there on Dust 2, but he wasn't really necessary, right? Again, another one of those B anchors. And on that CT, or when they were on the defense, they were constantly hitting towards A, were EG. So the Academy move up, stepping into this decider quite nicely.
Definitely feels right at home with the main team, for darn sure. With the bomb plant, EG, not going to force up in this one. They're happy to bend the knee, take an eco. Not that they can't do anything with the Deagles.
They're looking good on overpass with the Deagles, that's for sure. Maybe not so much on Dust.
You believe he's going to nail this one? No, not happening. David has got him down. Buddha the same. On to Brehze. Getting a bit ambitious towards A main right here. David. Oh, that's foul. Hard clearing the angle. Buddha's even going to continue pushing. And 9Z are getting in their face. 2-zip.
They were just trying to do some damage right there, right? And no damage done. So, a good potential on the bonus. 9Z, they have that option. That's an exciting prospect, right? Again, when we talk about this roster, we don't often talk about the early starts that they've gotten, at least in the RMR, right? They've been a team that's had to claw back their way into these maps and series, and this series not excluding that. But if they can hop into this decider on the upper foot, I feel like that's exactly where they want to be.
Yeah, it was EG garnering that momentum towards the later end of Dust 2. And he's starting off on the right foot, however. Brehze's going to make his way up towards ramp, looking to silence. But just forcing some cards out of the hands of 9Z.
Getting out a lot of that utility right now is a promising sign because there's still a minute left. And they are working this map control ever so slightly. Showing some A presence here, but right now the bomb position towards the top of mid, towards B. And that's kind of hinting at where the end goal is here. Hex, is he prepared for this angle, though? A little one-way for Max to play off of. Gets that top connector smoke down, and that's going to allow for maybe a couple different avenues into this.
DGT making a lot of footsteps, too. They heard him fall back from Cat. They know this site is two-man stacked up. They might not have to worry about the catwalk position, as now Brehze has obliterated Buddha on the spot. DGT out towards bench, has to hold things down, able to reposition towards the back of the site though, but walks right into Hex. Patient play there from Evil Geniuses. NQZ can't do anything with the FAMAS. This round is good as done as the bomb gets planted. And David on the flank is the last man, really, who could make any impact.
I could be interested for like an exit or two here to collect some checks with that MP9. I mean, you mentioned it though, man. Brehze is going to be somewhat of a win condition here on EG's Dust, or rather Mirage. You need him to find the shots like that, and you know, in the first gun round, him delivering, it's a promising sign. We'll see if he can keep that pace up, though. That's a big confidence builder, though. Nailing an entry as hard as that. David, what can he find on his way out of this round? Being a little bit sneaky. Does collect on automatic, but the trade is swift.
Yeah, and this is a quick clap back from Evil Geniuses. That entry from Brehze is terrifying. Spook ya like that. Instant headshot. And that's the type of format we were seeing it with him against ATK earlier on. That was in the RMR qualifiers to make it here. What made them a top seed. This RMR.
Be quite nice here. Look at this. Lining up an instant A execute, though, right now is EG. They're just looking to pull the pin on this one. And it's not a terrible read. A very passive approach as they stacked heavy presence towards B early on. They might be able to beat these rotations to the punch here if they're quick about things. David's going to get stuck in towards the site, though.
Ooh, he wasn't able to get that initial kill. Now they start to wrap him up. He somehow gets a kill. NQZ gets spotted. He just gets spammed out directly. That's the star offer down. And, oh, if you reload behind this smoke, Brehze is coming right on through. Or maybe just as it fades. Doesn't want to overextend. In this 3v4, I mean, if he gives up his life, they might try to go back into this, but now smoked out towards connector. This is a save. This is EG2 gun rounds on the trot.
That's a great read coming through from Nealon. Not only does he find the double entry, but he has the perfect call right there for EG. A quick A execute in round 2, a very important one to capitalize and convert on. And he's able to catch 9Z going for a aggressive B default on the defense. And again, some great work being done from EG in terms of the preparation, coming through with a clear game plan, catching 9Z off guard in a couple of these T rounds.
It's almost a reversal of Dust 2, just able to make the right call, find the double setup on the site, and deal with it promptly. Clean round from Evil Geniuses. No real speed bumps, just a trade kill needed, and that's that. Save having to be taken. 3 saved weapons, however, of course. NQZ will get his opportunity. Max even to be boosted up.
Risky moves, but you can appreciate a boost like that. Now, off the back of that, they're going to push towards mid, and Nealon's waiting for this. Oh, barrel spotted.
That's going to be trouble if Max tries to swing. Nealon is taking his sweet time about this one, though. He doesn't want to overextend the mark. Now he does. Makes his move. Chooses a wide swing. He knows jiggle peeking. At the same time, NQZ does open up on towards the B side of things to pick off Brehze. CeRq was holding top middle for a split second.
Making noise towards the top of mid. The issue is right now, is Buddha's on the flank. He slipped on by the gap, and Buddha, he could cut off rotations. He's calling it to stack over in towards that A bomb site, and they are exactly correct. Oh, Hex, though, he could pull off this flank as well. Buddha, how patient is he? How is this time going to work out? Hex spotted him.
Whoa! What? He saw him, but he didn't register him! Oh my word. This is going to cost them dearly, or is it? DGT falls, David up the ladder, and it's automatics double entry. NQZ, however, fires off one, but Buddha is flanking. Buddha is flanking. This is catastrophe for Evil Geniuses right here, right now. A main is a problem. And now, the 2v2. CeRq is trapped, but CeRq fights his way out of position. Unreal, they have just saved themselves from catastrophe.
Automatics double entry saves them specifically right there. That was about as awkward as it gets, but bailing them out in a big way. CeRq, automatic, and hexed. What a lovely trio here for EG to finish the job. Buddha found the perfect timing. He found the best possible gap. But the A-hold, not quite sturdy enough for 9Z to hold.
Feel like that should have been the win there for 9Z, but either way, damage is enough. A heart attack is enough. trying to put the pressure on towards top of middle. They'll just leave CeRq to hold on to this. They try to extend. This will be... Someone's going to be paying.
It's going to be CeRq cashing in some checks here if they keep on aggressing, man. He is laser focused on this position. Oh. Tossing out a smoke there, making sure that this B executes extra sturdy, but could have risked some untimely aggression from Max. He's so diligent, though. He's making sure he does not give up the game. Instead, Nealon's going to take the mantle. Are they prepared for this top of mid aggression once again?
Oh, the flash. That's not going to blind him. A counter flash actually comes through that picks off automatic. At the same time, though, they're walking up the B site, and it couldn't be more well-timed. Buddha is mid-reload. Instant headshot for Hext. Max now coming back up towards Cat, but I'm not sure you can salvage this. CeRq, Max down. Brehze was watching instead. And that is probably going to call in another save for 9Z. EG, they lose that opener, but they still make the right call.
B was left completely on an island right there, right? They spent all the resources towards that mid-early hold. And Buddha, I think he spammed his clip in a little bit early, something along those lines, because he got caught on the reload where Hex was just so far in your face, fiery with the entries, and he is keeping pace right now, man. He's having an incredible series when it matters the most right now. He's got 9Z's number. He's not looking to stop until he can make it to the major.
Oh boy. It's looking good for Evil Geniuses to start 4 consecutive gun rounds, 4 clean gun rounds. Except for that little eco bonanza. But generally said, they've made the right calls. They've had the right strategy. It's like overpass again. This time around, trying to throw a wrench in the plan. A double setup in towards Palace and automatic. The deep angle, the instant headshot, the double kill for automatic. And that is just round ending. 9Z, they keep saving their weapons, but you can't save for 1 minute and 30.
No, they have to fight their way out of this one. Nealon has gotten on in through connector and is going to catch NQZ off guard. Another one hits the deck, and Buddha and DGT wondering what on earth just happened to their teammates. It's a 5-on-2 ensues, man. Getting back into this one's near impossible. We'll see if they can find any avenue to pull things back. They're in CT spawn, man. They are huddled, turtled, where you buy guns at, where you start the round.
They walked away from this spot about 60 seconds ago, and they're already back and saving. Nealon starting the hunt. They can only be in so many places, my friends.
Yeah, they took both B site and the A site here, essentially. At least they forced them off. But, honestly, it doesn't look like EG's too interested just yet. They're allowing Brehze to scale up first.
Yeah, money's not overflowing. There's definitely reserve cash, but it's not like at this stage of the game you're going to win the game if you take all their guns away. They'll sweep out the B site. EG, that is 5 rounds in a row. And it's another just round where, well, I won't say it's like an outplay moment, but certainly these 2 kills clean from automatic.
Man, that is clinical, though. This is very reminiscent of what Overpass was, right? Where there was a little bit of an aggressive play. 9Z, they had a good idea. They try and throw some proactivity in the defense, but EG just wait patiently. It's like it's a massive stylistic matchup between these two teams. It's EG's suffocating defaults versus 9Z's CT proactivity that usually pans out so well. But right now, EG have a bit of a good form in them to deal with this aggression, especially in this decider so far.
So, what's the solution? They've always been the team to come back and find resilience. 5 consecutive gun rounds for Evil Geniuses. It's perhaps a problem. And another buy-in. They saved some of their weapons. And at least they remain competitive in a lot of these rounds for 9Z, but all that matter.
Yeah, at some point you're gonna get caught playing, you know, a different game there. Just the mission of saving your weapons as opposed to winning these rounds, and that's a slippery slope for 9Z. They got to make sure that they're getting some of these CT rounds converted. We're still very early on 9Z. We know them to be a team that can hold some resiliency. A missed shot though from QZ doesn't bait out any further aggression though.
Gonna drop a lot of utility, however, for the CT side. This is smoke, actually, all things said, and Nealon tries to push through the jungle smoke. Most certainly punished. CeRq is waiting for his opportunity to take a pot shot, however. In fact, keeping their options open with 30 seconds, they might have just juked out the defense. David out towards default. Automatic, though, falls. David wins an important fight. And now even dancing around for the double. Make that 3, sends CeRq flying. Brehze in the 1v5 literally will not be able to plant the bomb. Unless... Ooh, Max playing a dangerous game. Oh. And Max is just going to go for the swing. 9Z finally break the deadlock.
That is a stunning defense right there from David, though, man. He has had himself a hell of a game. Even when we were looking at, you know, map 1, the guy had 100 ADR to his name and a 16-5 loss. So obviously he has come in ready to play, and he continues with a heroic defense when it mattered the most, right? Automatic has been finding constant double openers towards that A side. And finally, there's a man to shut him down.
Yeah, and if Automatic gets that entry, keep in mind, that is the A side blown open. Brehze now, though, wants to take matters into his own hand, gunning it up connector. Max could not see his opponent. Brehze just spammed him down, and even still staying alive, still battling towards middle. Nealon grabs all of this space. Automatic finally goes down, but Nealon going for it. NQZ in the flames will burn. And that kind of play, a 1-for-1, is probably not what he wanted out of that situation. And Brehze still being a problem. They can't attack the site, they can't retake. Unless he's still alive, and he still gets another. Buddha is down. And DTT just next in line. Brehze's just immortal right now.
How is he still alive? Someone has to take care of him. Man, oh man, Brehze getting away with so much right there. Nealon as well, just getting that molly down should have secured the round. The fact that NQZ was brazen enough to push that is insane, but I mean, again, 1-for-1 is just not the play that you need. You got to go, you know, extending those advantages. Either way, nice attempt from 9Z and NQZ for that matter to try and recover, but not enough left in the tank here, and EG bounce right back after a round converted.
And now finally having to bend the knee, take an eco, and go back to huddling around some saved weapons. TGT will get the boost up towards middle. Hoping to find a haphazard T. Max also beginning his push. Automatic has just been on permanent flank watch. So has Brehze. David around the corner. Oh, instant laser beam. Goodbye. This is the type of form I was talking about him being in against ATK. There's this one Mirage game that happened during the RMR qualifiers. Brehze went ahead and dropped a 2.5 rating on them. This is not done. This is not done, though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. DTT just rolled on through the site and found a double.
The issue is they've lost the B bomb site, but it's a 2v2. This round, very workable. Bomb just to make his rotations on in. Luckily, Nealon has been able to state his name on this B bomb site. He claims it as his. Bomb dropped into his hands, and now the coverage from CeRq offered up on the market cross. It's going to start the ticker with no kit. They have to make a move on, but they're collapsing in from different angles.
And CeRq let go of the angle. They have actually crossed towards the market window, and he's getting flanked at the same time. CeRq needs to be prepared. He's going to join his teammate inside of the site.
Oh my god.
At the same time, timing could not be worse here for CeRq. DGT playing the angles, getting flanked out now. CeRq ring around the Rosie, jumping around the corner, and that's going to be the retake here for 9Z.
What on earth was that? Oh my god, it's a collapse from EG, and DGT is the bowler that brings them falling, man. They just, one by one, could not seem to find the trade right there. That's massive stuff. 9Z incredibly happy with that round because, again, they're starting to build themselves up some sort of cushion here. EG probably happy with the 6th round scoreline at the moment, but that should have been 7 locked in, and that's a frustrating loss as well.
I mean, CeRq was just never in position to fight, is the problem. Never had a target on his screen, and, I mean, I can't blame Nealon for not winning the fight. He's half HP on an awkward angle. Whatever went down towards the A side, I don't know, but props to DGT to single-handedly bringing that round back.
Those are the sort of heroics that are required, especially in a decider. You need players like that to step up. We'll see if it's a flash in the pan, though. Hex, timing is everything here, and he gets away with it. Up towards the top of connector, but makes his presence known finally.
DGT playing the committed angle towards Cat, and he'll jump across. Off a molly, but Nealon sees an opportunity for some space. Will grab some in towards the ladder room.
Very valuable map control right now for EG. This is when rounds become scary. You got to go on some sort of proactive move. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in a suffocating execute here. Ladder control maintained, connector control maintained, and full middle granted to EG. Now they just have to utilize it towards a bomb site. Where are they going to go, though? Where's the end goal?
Seems like an option right now. Start getting boosted up, though. That's a huge kill onto DGT. That opens up avenues in towards the B side. It'll drag the op away from A. Same time, automatic. Oh, he's gonna go down the ladder and clear out Firebox. Brehze the same. They're everywhere all at once. Last man is on the site. It's NQZ and it's done. It's a round by elimination for EG. That's how dominant their map control was.
Oh my goodness, they had every last inch of that map to the palm of their hands, and they really were able to avoid that defense to perfection. It was exactly when they wanted to strike. That's when the kills started to come through. That CT, just passivity got completely bested right there. Wild stuff coming through from EG. And again, you got to give credit. Nealon is calling an absolutely stunning T side right now.
Brehze just gunning it towards the apartments to start this one off. At the same time, mid handed over in air quotes. No one's gonna claim it just yet.
They're really trying to draw some attention towards the B side. It's been something that they've been very good at, is causing rotations and utilizing those and fakes and give misinformation to 9Z here. But very committed other setups here. Again, it's kind of a conceding of control towards middle, and for the most part, they've got this A side on lock for now.
Pushing back in, Max is gonna take the committed angle in towards A main. Wonder if it's can be spotted. They dwell, and there it is. That's the sight done. Evil geniuses jump on the opportunity, and that's it. It's time to save again for 9Z. We go back in this cycle again.
Man, you said it right there. You could see the feet in that position scaling up like that, and they were well prepped for it. Perfect reroute towards Palace as well. Completely overwhelms David. He's had a great couple of defenses on this A bomb site, but when he doesn't find 3, I don't really think that 9Z have a hold in them, a cohesive one at that, and looking a bit bleak here, losing half right now on the defense for 9Z.
And that's with the pistol. Oh my word. Hex has also been having the series of his career on EG. It is worth mentioning that map number 1 was his best map he's ever had on Evil Geniuses. Topping the charts for this group of guys. And he even had a solid enough dust too.
Yeah, the series of his life right now, man. That's what it is, right? This is the most important matchup that he's played in his career to make the major. And right now, he's 8 rounds off of it. 9Z, though, they can say the same. Very important for some of the new additions of this roster, right? And while some of the members here have made it before, getting back to that point is the goal for this team. No questions asked.
For sure. But for a man like NQZ, who burst onto the international team and proved himself with wins over Furia back in June, it seemed only fitting to complete that rise on this team to make it to the major. Joined with a group of guys who made a magical run at the last RMR for Antwerp.
Was magical here, and so far it's been a magical run for them in Stockholm at the moment. The amount of victories that they've been able to pull through that they shouldn't have versus Legends is incredible. Nylander clearing these corners and gets sidelined by David instead.
Hex will fight one back, however, onto Max. It just leaves NQZ destroyed. Hex not letting anything get past him right now. And DGT is about to be the recipient of a smoke. Locked out. David is the only man who could put some action into this round. He has the AK. Double swing is in. He's playing the angles perfectly. He gets a triple kill on this one. And this round starts to fall apart at the seams. 10 seconds. And there's no one to plant the bomb but automatic. He has it on his shoulders, but he'll clean it up with the headshot. But the time is too low. These kills need to come through thick and fast. And he has David isolated. He has David isolated, but time has run out. David's got a 4K.
And again, man, these rounds aren't won without David having a say in it right there. How on earth is he able to get away with that connector? What a massive round coming through from him. He's continuing to try and pull 9Z into the CT side. And with a round like that, well, you think his mission slowly but surely becoming accomplished.
A huge, massive round for David. He's the man who even kept them remotely in overpass. It would have been a worse scoreline if his multi-kills didn't exist. He certainly has something to say in this map. Keeping their heads in the game. It's Evil Geniuses already leading at the half at a minimum, but 9Z still looking to hold on. That round absolutely massive.
Yeah, they've got some magical rounds so far in this half. Do you remember DGT pulling off a 2-on-5 on a light buy? And now, what we've just seen from David coming through there. But oh my god,
automatic.
He's pushing out towards Palace once again. He finds one, quickly traded out by NQZ, and he finds more.
It's the bomb on the ground, so Nealon has to scoop that one up. But they do have the site at the end of the day. GT, though, gets on the cross. Can't go again. Or maybe you can, because Nealon will just beam you. Instant kill. They're going to barrage flash towards spawn. CeRq holding the angle. Double swing is in. And he has to clutch it up. A 1 versus 1. NQZ, he baits out the shot. Now CeRq. It's a true 1v1, and NQZ brings out the pistol, but CeRq is playing an unfair game. Winning the 1v2. And EG stay on the gas pedal.
Oh, they are so happy about that clutch as well. You can see CeRq getting it hyped in his seat right there, making sure that he knows this guy is not to be messed with. Oh, man. The energy coming up from the EG camp is definitely there. And again, 9Z have had a couple of massive clutches of their own, but finally EG getting one of those. You can only imagine what it does to 9Z spirits.
Just as they have a massive round for themselves. Always going to be a clap back here from EG. Nothing's free. 9-5 at a minimum. A 96.5 is great for Evil Geniuses, considering their CT sides on this map have been red hot. And Max trying to escape out the underpass. Nealon has got that covered.
Discipline from Hex right there, man. Getting that molly down, not re-peeking into an angle that you probably feel like you have a big advantage here.
It's just a little bit, okay, a little bit more than a freebie, but Bree's completely ready for the angle, and that'll just turn itself to a 3v5 now.
Yeah, that one definitely could have been a freebie right there, but some good damage done at the very least to keep things somewhat tame here. This advantage is still healthy for 9Z. They gotta have some heroics here again. David inside the smoke, man. He has been a hero.
Oh, but Hexed aware. Watching his own smoke. That's the only way they get back into the round, is something just unreal. And Hexed is denying all of that. Just playing the info, picking them apart. DGT, last man standing, and he'll get ran down. 10-5. Evil Geniuses are back in full force. One more half to decide which one of these teams will be the first team out of the Americas to make it to Rio. Evil Geniuses up 10-5, looking most likely here, but 9Z have always been good for a comeback in their last 2 games to even get to this point. So Cole, who's taking it?
I mean, we cannot count 9Z out. That's one thing we know for sure from this RMR and from many past, is that there's no deficit that they can't get their way out of here. Fast towards connector, though. They're looking to run in towards middle, and they're creating a lot of chaos here. Rotation's going to be met. Automatically going to peek in towards mid, but Nealon has the cutoff.
And now even Automatic gets a spot out towards Catwalk. He finds a headshot on the max. CeRq even spins around for the next kill. But Buddha and David still providing problems, but they both announced their presence. Their positions are both known. Giving the fight, though, CeRq starting to get very low on health. And David is able to flee the scene with the bomb. Buddha has been spotted out towards this A site, though, revealing his presence.
Yeah, let's push up towards the top of mid.
He might cut off the bomb. They could possibly cut off the bomb. He gets the spot. David being very tentative about this one. Buddha has to make the play here.
Oh, man, he's got himself stuck in towards jungle here at the moment. What is the reroute coming through? Oh, it's long-range duel. Neelan popping some shots off. Can't connect here. Dinking down. Neelan's going to keep on peeking. Doesn't give up the fight. And now they can scale up towards Catwalk as well.
Yeah, and David has this isolated fight, and he has the advantage. He is full HP. Neelan is about to get blindsided in just a moment, and there it is. He's down. 20 seconds on the clock. But CeRq has made his way on towards the balcony. They don't think he's here. They don't expect it. That's the bomb on the ground. That's the round done. Over. Buddha has no time. It is a pistol round for evil geniuses.
Ooh, CeRq gonna go down. Like you said, 6 seconds when he finally does fall right there. That leaves so much time for him to just simply hide there in the 1v1. Nice pistol conversion. Chaotic for sure, but the job finished, and AG activating early in the second half.
That's what they need. That's what they've been looking for. To shut out 9Z. To get yourself to Rio. Who was expecting EG to be the first team to be competing for a legend spot? To go undefeated in this section. They took down Furia. Both these teams having big upsets to get to this moment.
No
EG
doubt.
are in pole position to capitalize on theirs.
Definitely after that pistol, they're looking to shut down some of the comeback potential that 9C have often offered up. Some of the legendary teams they've played in the past. As of yesterday. Neelan getting tucked in here, close range. Ready to fire away with the MP9. The reserved attempt. Oh, spam. Close to the mark, but actually he's just going to push on through. And he's found a bit of a timing here.
It's the deal. He can do damage, but he doesn't want to drop. Lynn? Oh, peeks up. Makes a good timing for it. EGT also trying to make his way up, but that's just $600 in Neelan's eyes. That's his turn. And bomb is nowhere in sight, unfortunately. Couldn't do the go B, go A strat.
No QB sneaking.
Surely will fall, and he will. 12-5. EG keep it clean.
Nice and tidy right there. Mopping up the pistols. Here's where the test lies in, though, here. This buy isn't going to be the best, at least including in utilities here. They're missing a couple of those Molotovs that could be very effective on a map like Mirage, clearing out positions. They do have a couple of flashbangs, so if you're 9Z, sure, you're up against a couple of bonus pistols, but I think you kind of want to keep this fast-paced. You know, lacking that utility, it leaves these, late executes. A lot to be desired for. Double up on the smokes towards middle, but also a lot of presence showing towards apartments at the moment.
They flash out towards middle. Automatic sees nothing cross, however. He's not buying this. Well, geniuses, however, have a weak B site. It's Neelan only with an MP9. This is going to be a tough one. They all spam the smoke. How is he surviving for this long is a very, very good question that I could not tell you. But he stayed alive so long that Hex has actually come through to help. He gets a reload off even. Hex has just gotten a double kill. Neelan stays alive throughout that entire exchange.
There's a flank as well. Automatic, depending on how fast he could be, could create even further chaos.
They're taking so long. Only Buddha now is planting the bomb. And Automatic only just gets spotted, but he gets dealt with. Buddha hits the headshot back. And I think it's the end of the miracle stage of this round, as it's Brehze alone, and he has been spotted out. He has the entire team waiting for him. What a shot from NQZ, closing it down. 9Z first gun round.
Don't get me wrong, you can feel all the confidence you want there in that 1v3, but they are given multiple chances for Brehze to pull back a 1v3, and that's a bit risky. But impressive. 9Z holding on to some of that confidence. This is probably one of the keys to them coming back into the action here. 9Z getting away with a massive gun round here. They need to utilize that success. Up against the pistols, they should be able to continue that round count.
So just an A stack. Time to pray. Just to hope. In this type of round, I would totally just put one player towards B, and if he hits a nasty 1-dig, then maybe that could force them to go somewhere else. Okay.
It looked like he had an idea to rotate on towards that B side here. They're hearing some utility towards B as well. How committed are 9Z heading that way? Nealon has just tucked himself right where he found his first, looking for more.
Inside a con. Backs turned. 2 players spotted. That is only... Oh, they're foaming at the mouth right now. Nealon eventually goes down, but they're jumping on into the stack. Automatic falls. There's still a player out towards the sandwich side, though. CeRq finds his mark, and Hex is still inside of Palace.
Should know it's an ace stack, surely.
They should, but Hex gets his 1. That's 3 kills for the Eco. I'm not unhappy. I'm EG.
Yeah, you shouldn't be too upset if you're EG, right? You had the right idea, you had the opening pick, but it's still difficult there. Nice collapse, though. Explosive from 9Z. Able to find the trades necessary and keep things in decent standing, despite going up against the pistols. Now, again, they're going to be up against the rifles here. And this becomes even more important. With the damage done right there from EG, they know that they are 1 round off of breaking the economy of 9Z, putting them right back into the barrel.
Which I can tell you what's exactly going down. We will get it when a player leans back from his monitor and the bang goes down. I believe 1 player has gone down in the form of DGT early on.
This is like, I'm hearing a lot of gunshots. I'm thinking this is going quite well for 9Z. This is my anticipation. Hear the bomb as well.
There you go.
Nice.
I was right about DTT being out of the round, but I couldn't really tell anything else. A lot of gunshots and not a lot of any players going down probably equals something good, and it apparently was a good A-side execute working out for 9Z at the start. So they will back on out, and Evil Geniuses have to concede the save. 9Z starting to close down the scoreline and take away some guns.
Be able to grab one on his way out right there, but that's an 8th here. We're starting to see why 9Z can never be counted out too early, man. 4 rounds now to close the distance, and EG, even when they come with gun rounds, it doesn't necessarily mean that things are converted. At least we get the replays to see what went down in this round, and it's David once again, man, doing the damage. This guy is unstoppable for 9Z. He's bringing new life into this team, and I feel like if there was anyone to pull this game back, it would be him.
Yeah, he did it on Overpass. He kept them remotely competitive. So far, even in this game, he's been the one man responsible. He's top of the server right now, despite being down. Still 100 ADR. And he can continue that with just a couple pistols standing in his way. Nealon swings out, and David will collect. Out towards middle, DGT. That's an extra kill to his tally. And it is cleanup for 9Z. They're about to be cutting this deficit to 3.
He's playing with fire here towards the top of mid, and he will be burned. DGT to finish the job here, and now we've got ourselves a 3-round lead. That's all for EG, man. How quickly 9Z have gotten their way back into this game here, and this is, you know, a whole lot more believable of a comeback, more so than EG's attempt on Dust 2, right? Because it's been rapid, these rounds rising and pressure applied. We'll see how EG do underneath that pressure.
Timeout rolling it out. Vorborg definitely getting vocal. Definitely been the most interesting addition to the EG staff. We've had Hex added in Elon as well. But definitely a reputed coach considering his performance with Copenhagen Flames. Bringing it all together. 4 more rounds for Evil Geniuses. They're off to Rio, but 9Z are hot in pursuit. Winner of this map is in the major.
Get to lock their ticket in there, and that's what it's all about. Getting to the major, plus a chance for some extra credit, depending on whether or not they can get that legend stage with a match versus either Liquid or Complexity. But the mission at hand here is clear. Gotta take down EG first, and NQZ is hungry to do so. A multi-kill coming through from him. He's getting pressured by Automatic, and eventually he will go down. CeRq finds one as well, and the tides are swiftly turning.
Hexed even towards underpass. He even gets his own kill. Everyone from EG has opened up. Buddha sees the space, though. Buddha sees the gap in the defense. He's able to exploit it. Can he take down Hex? He can't take down anyone just yet. But he has the space. He has stairs. He has the pressure as well, because the bomb is going B. Max is on his own little mission right now.
The question is, how long will it take for them to realize he's going to go for a kill before he plants that bomb? That is insane.
What a mission this guy is on.
Wait, look at this. Automatic's repositioned up catwalk.
Automatic's not buying this, but Max is about to walk across, but he doesn't spot Automatic. Still going for this full clear. That will be the instant kill. Now the jig is up, but Buddha still on this A site.
Oh, he's going to have a flank of CeRq. Surely.
Hex has a flank onto Max, but yeah, you see Buddha. Oh, they're coming back in, and Buddha's gonna get the kill. I'm not sure if you even go for this if you're Hexed. It's time to save. 9Z have just outplayed them in the 2v3.
What an incredible clawback right there. Composure. And the 2-on-3 for Max and Buddha. Again, a move up from the academy team is Buddha, but he doesn't show it. When the pressure is applied, this guy is showing up. So valuable for 9Z. They even retrieve the... Oh, wait. They got both ops. I'm sure they'll drop one of those things and get on their merry way. But, I mean, as I was saying, he's just doing so much work. And NQZ, a bit quiet so far on Mirage, but I guess now is a better time than any to find a double opener.
This man just turned 18, by the way. It is to be mentioned. And he is... falling. Excuse me, not even 18, excuse me. He is 17 years old, NQZ. It's another timeout. More input from Vorborg for Evil Geniuses. That round didn't go according to plan. They got that early advantage. They had the right ideas. They won their duels. About keeping your head still in the game. Because 9Z are always on the lookout for a comeback.
There's no way you can count this team out by any means here. This is one of the easier comebacks that they've had on the table so far, right? They've been down worse than this. They've proven the team hard to put down. EG struggling to find a winning formula here on the gun round. So far it's been flawless once the rifles have come out for 9Z.
Is Nealon just going to walk through his own smoke? Yep. No one's watching.
Stacking up towards the A side off the back of that Nealon information. Little do they know, there are 5 players heading his way.
2 would be enough. But since his team is so far away, he's going to need to do a hell of a lot. David will clear, and we'll get the instant kill. Aware there for 9Z. Clearing out the site, jumping through. This will be a simple round. And Evil Genius is likely to save the armor that they got at a minimum.
Oh, we're one off the time, man. EG, they're feeling the heat in the server. Holding on to the rifles here once again, and nothing can be found. David popping some smoke spam. He doesn't want to lose that AK, though. It's very important that he doesn't, but a player towards underpass. GT lets him slide on by there. A bit awkward in exchange, but shouldn't be the end of the world there. Yeah, he gets taken down. And now Two players looking to hold on to their rifles is all that they have left. Obviously, a buy coming up in the future for EG. But not a lot of exits here, and the money is quite high for this T side.
Evil geniuses are losing their grip on the game right now, Cole. This is 9Z doing their classic that they've done throughout the group stage. They've taken down Brazil's Sweethearts. Imperial and 00 Nation, the two teams 9Z have dragged down. EG had to take down one of their own in Nouns to get to this point.
Oh, look at this gap in the smoke.
That could have been a potential victory for CeRq, but maybe not big enough, and doesn't want to stay stuck in one's position. You don't want to stay static as your opper.
No doubt. You got to be mobile. You got to be all throughout the map here. And that has been, attempted by CeRq, but conversion hasn't necessarily been all there. This A setup could get caught in transition. Hex is making a bit of noise here on the reposition towards CT spawn, and they might peek out a palace. He certainly is. He doesn't get punished for it either. Some chip damage confirmed and some chaos caused from Max.
He's an automatic are going to back away, though. They're going to go back for a window peek. As the smoke fades. In the mid-round. Bold. Brehze is going to open up. And the molly goes deep, but Brehze has gotten his kill and gotten out. Down to Hext. Out towards the ticket booth right now. Just dropped his smoke to try and play around it. T's are also going to try and utilize that spam on the bomb, though. NQZ goes down. Power player removed from the situation. Hex still staying alive, and he taps now. David! Hex is going off right now. 2 kills for him, and then Brehze follows up. It's only DGT in a 1v4. And that's it. Evil Genius is on the play.
And Hex is getting hyped right now. He wants his major. He wants his stickers right now. You can see he's getting loud. And the rest of his team trying to follow up off that momentum, but the first gun round express delivered by the young gun.
I mean, the first kill on the bomb planter's enough, my friend. Then tapping out the top fragger to overtake him for the top of the server. Hex is 22 deep. And CeRq is on fire as well. Ready for the boost, flicks up for it.
CeRq finding a couple amazing openers right now. When it matters the most, the opening picks have been few and far between for EG once the rifles have come out, but finally finding it is so welcomed in. They have so much control. Automatic with an angled advantage will find DGT free of charge.
I mean, someone from 9Z got to make something happen, and fast. Now smoked out. That chance dwindles.
Sort of discomfort here. And EG going to be filled up here. Automatic and Hex, what a lovely duo you've got towards this A side, but they are committed in angles.
Oh, but Automatic has the better one. Over Buddha. Headshot doled out, and what do you do?
Save? Once that kill takes place towards Palace, you can see that they weren't really interested in going forward here. In fact, Automatic is going to peek out towards ramp. He does go down for it. His endeavors swiftly end, and up to 14 now. EG finally finding their winning formula here. It's off the back of CeRq's openers, and Automatic finishing the job behind him.
Two more rounds. Considering he's at the top of the board, I don't know anyone else who this win would mean more for than for Hex. Completely surrounded by veterans. And he's looking to carry these group of veterans to that major. What a sight to see.
That indeed, man. It's an absolute work of art so far. 9Z calling it a timeout. And again, we kind of put EG under the microscope of whether they could succeed underneath the pressure. And right now, we're getting our answer at the very least. You know, able to string a couple of rounds in a row. Now becomes the all-important one, though. Dropping this would mean your money is going to be in the bin. And that's not where you want to be heading into what would be series point, qualification point for EG.
And Zach knows it. You see hands behind his head. This is the breaking point for 9Z. They'd start a comeback here. We're dropped down and have to wait another day for the Rio Major.
David doesn't have a gun right now. And just sticking on the Glock. I don't know. He can't get a gun?
That is not a great sign of the times, but hey, one's just been dropped by CeRq. AK down. NQZ trying to make some inroads from Palace. It is going to have to be a feeding shot if he wants to take down Automatic, and he will. A great flick. And it's back down to the 4v4, and hey, there's your gun, David.
Yeah, might have set some delays in the game plan there, but luckily those delays allow for NQC to work an opening pick here. A minute left on the clock and the equalizer found by the op star of 9Z. Now they have to make their moves elsewhere. And B bombs it. It's been evacuated here. And for a more mid-centric approach, Brehze playing a dangerous game. He spots out nothing, but it's misinformation. They're going to scale up quickly towards Catwalk, and they won't be any the wiser.
The timing could not be worse here for Brehze. Slowly making their way up, but they turn with their backs turned. 30 seconds. Another player spotted. That's the Opper. DGT, the bomb is in the apartments. There's basically a one-way street on this. Oh, but the flank. They've gotten through. They've gotten through in towards the back lines, and they have no idea. CeRq will go down to the hands of NQZ, but Buddha has the keys to the round right now.
15 seconds.
But 15 seconds is the biggest problem, and Brehze's able to snap on over. He knows the bomb is inside of the apartments. All he needs to do is stop this from hitting the floor. He just needs to run at him. B-hopping all him. He's the last man standing, and he gets the kill on the USP. Brehze's done it. Major point for Evil Geniuses.
We said that Brehze was the win condition coming into this one, but we didn't mean it that literally. He just wins them that round in the last possible second. 9Z, just not enough left in the tank. You can respect DGT's efforts here, but it cannot claim the likes of Brehze. He has awoken in map 3.
If he goes down, it's 9Z back in the driver's seat, and what a crushing round that would have been. But now 9Z have their backs up against the wall, and they're putting it all on a B-rush. It's all on a Nealon, though. He's the lone man on the site, and I think 9Z might have more to play for here.
Yeah, game not over yet by any means here. B-site claimed. Round could follow suit. They've got such good positioning here. Again, a game of timing, though. DGT, he's covering the flank. Brehze jiggles it out, and that's when he just swings for the corner and the fences as well. Another kill taking place towards Catwalk, though. That's Hex down. And how do you back into this round? A great flash, well placed. Actually, it's going to be NQC dropping. And that's going to open up avenues on the flank.
They want it. They want it. They want it now. EG, they don't have time to save. Time's ticking. Brehze gets Buddha. CeRq has a player pinned. It's all down to David to hold on to it right here, right now. Brehze on the bomb, gets it off it. David tapping them out. 1v3, headshots only. David with an ace.
And now David does it again, man. The back and forth here between these two teams. An absolute hero right there to get the job done. It doesn't get any more intense than this. You can see 9Z trying to calm the nerves after David is an absolute hero. Look at the way he's playing around these angles. Brehze had to get off the bomb there. He was dead to rights. And chopping up these fights. Headshots constantly doling out from David himself. Timeout 4 of 4 used now from 9Z. This has to be the call. This is his last chance to talk here.
David, the only Chilean player to represent his country, is doing it quite well at this one. Representing his country at a major. First one to do it in Antwerp. And he is on a rager right now for 9Z. He needs 3 more rounds for his squad for overtime. Something this team has loved throughout their time here in the America's RMR. David out towards Van, looking to do it yet again, and he does it. Entering up onto Hex. This round is done, and Evil Geniuses have to save.
They called back-to-back B rushes, man. I mean, who does that when your back's against the wall? CeRq gonna find an exit on his way out of this round, but like you said, this is a certain save. Insane calling coming through from Max and Zach. But again, there's still more opportunities here. Saved rifles. It should be a shoddy buy coming up in the next round for EG. And man, oh man, 9Z again. I did start to count them out, but by my mistake, they have found a couple solutions here. And this series has the distance written all over it.
David has set them back a light. This next round has to be a half buy from Evil Geniuses. Their loss bonus is not built up enough. And so at the road to Rio, there's still a bit more pavement left for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, they're going to need some more ground before they can finally lift off to that major here. A save called in. 3 pistols coupled with the op of CeRq and automatic on the rifles here. A shoddy buy. And no longer rushing out towards B. A wise adjustment here. Good thing they don't rush B. 3 players lining up on the defense early on. The 2 rifles actually are towards that A side here.
Heinze are playing this so cautious as well. They know when op is still in play. They don't know where it is.
Ooh, look at this. Somewhat proactive on this defense here. Automatic, I think he's going to push in towards Palace. He certainly is now. And with this position, he can entrust a lot of ground towards A. CeRq is on towards B as well, and they're walking into a B-side stack. Things could become a bit interesting here if they're not careful, 9Z.
Is there a smoke window for Market? No. Op rings out, though. They jump into the stack. They're leaping into a 4-man play here, and 2 pistols ring out. 9Z still need to dig themselves out of this. They have to press the red button to get out of dodge. DGT trying to cut these rotations. He takes a dink. He deals a headshot, and is able to cut more and more rotations. Still posing a problem, but we all talked about automatic being pushed out deep into Palace. He's inside of A main. How much noise is Max gonna make?
A lot.
Oh, he's gonna stomp. Automatic knows pre-fire is there. 2 versus 4. 9Z, not like this. It's only NQZ. The 17-year-old has to make a 1v4 happen and get that bomb planted in 10 seconds. Out in the open. Who else but Hex to do it? It's EG. They're off to Rio.
And the war cries come out from the young gun himself, man. Hex letting out a yelp after making it to the major. You can see he is so joyful. Excited as ever for his first major appearance, and the smiles all over EG's camp. It's well deserved.
It's so well deserved. 3-0, and they're competing for a legend spot as well. Who thought